Hey everybody, it's Mills RX here from the Ravens Minute Clinic, and I just want to give a quick checkup on some of the injured stars as we get closer to training camp. Now, Jameson Hensley, he released an article yesterday saying that a lot of the Ravens top brass and medical staff, and even head coach John Harbaugh himself, that they are hopeful that some of the injured stars will be able to be ready for training camp. Now, the four that he mentioned are Ronnie Stanley, J.K. Dobbins, Marcus Peters, and Gus Edwards. Now, at as we know, all of them suffered major injuries. Gus Edwards had an ACL tear. J.K. Dobbins actually tore his ACL and also sprained his LCL, which is your lateral collateral ligament, which is on the outside of the knee, um, kind of to the right, kind of to the right of the ACL, and also. Ronnie Stanley is coming off of his second surgery on his left ankle, and also who's left? Who's left? Marcus Peters. He also had an ACL tear that he's also rehabbing. Now, just some quick updates. I fully expect Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins to begin camp on the physically unable to perform list, or the PUP list, as it's known as. So they'll be on that list, probably on side fields, rehabbing, doing conditioning work, and some other exercises to potentially get medically cleared for on-field work. Also, Marcus Peters. Now, according to Jeff Zarebrick, he said that he has a chance to be ready for the opener, but his ACL has to progress further, and he has to stay healthy. No new injuries. There hasn't been much information about his offseason program, but according to multiple sources, he could be ready for camp. So they don't expect him to be on the list. So that's good to hear, I guess. And also, but Ronnie Stanley is, as always, the biggest question mark of this. I don't expect him to be ready for camp. He could be on the PUP list, even the IR itself, because according to head coach John Harbaugh, he gave an update not too long ago that Ronnie Stanley is working to get into football shape, meaning his conditioning isn't where it needs to be. So he's working on that. And also, he's doing static, low impact physical therapy, meaning he's running. He's running. He is doing some lateral movements, but nothing really dynamic. Like, he's not planting his foot in his ground. He's not doing sled drills. He's not doing blocking drills yet. He's not medically ready for that. His ankle joint isn't stable enough for that yet. But yeah, we'll see how that is moving forward. So yeah, those are just some quick updates on the injured stars prior to training camp. Hopefully they'll be ready. But if they don't, they'll be on the PUP list or even the IR list as they continue to rehab and potentially get ready for preseason. Now, also, J.K. Dobbins, I don't expect him or Gus Edwards or Marcus Peters, or pretty much any of them, to take part in preseason games. That's like that's already been decided. They're not going to play in any preseason games, nor should they, because that's where J.K. Dobbins got hurt, and it's an unnecessary risk at this point. So yeah, yep. Once again, this is Mills RX from the Ravens Minute Clinic. Follow me on Twitter at Game Medicine, also on YouTube, Game Medicine channel as well too. So yep, and I'll see you at the next broadcast and when I have more updates. Thank you. Have a nice night.